Hello, beautiful friends. Welcome. Here I am again. I guess I'm hooked. Um, Thanks so much for watching my last video. I've been getting a lot of comments and views, and that's much appreciated. I haven't responded back to anybody really, but I've liked your comment, and I really appreciate it. Taking the time. Um, I just thought I'd come and do a video today. Today's birthday of one of my favorite artists that I discovered again later, probably I'd say in the late 90s, maybe early 2000, that I really delved into. I'd heard about him, of course, um, earlier than that, but I didn't really have any of his music. And a friend turned me on to one of his albums one time, and then I definitely was hooked. And reading up, studying, they even did a documentary film on this artist, and it's one of my favorite. I was talking and posting about it earlier about definitely when I would drive Texas back roads, Texas roads into the mountains of Colorado or wherever, desert. This was definitely an artist that was my guiding companion. That I always have. It just feels his songs, his words, his music just really speaks to me and keeps me on that path, especially when I'm on the road. I really got it really in depth in this artist and started learning his songs on the guitar and recording, my own little house demos when I was at my last house, where the original Space Cave was. When I started all into the vinyl community. But again, I just really fell in love with this artist, and it's funny because he's a Texas artist, and there's another my favorite bluesman is a Texas artist, is Lightning Hopkins, Sam Hopkins, and it was always to me where their burials are. It was like a straight line to where I lived, so it was like we were all in the same path of life and death and inspiration, and so it was like Lightning was on one end, I was in the middle, and this other artist was over here. And the artist I'm talking about is Townes Van Zandt. Uh, and when I say that in the areas, their burials. So I feel very fortunate. Another reason that Texas isn't so cursed in and things. Texas is a beautiful place, and it always hurts me a little bit when people got get a bad impression because of our politics, or if they've had a bad experience here, because there's some really beautiful and just memorable parts of Texas that I just, that's why I'm still here. I've been here all my life. I was born in Lubbock, Texas, Buddy Holly. So it's always, I've been in this triangle of musical heroes that, and it's not just because they're from Texas, it's because I really love and dig their music. But like I said, it's a very spiritual thing to me. These artists, this music, what they've left us with, what they're giving us, what they gave us. And then we got Willie Nelson and ZZ Top, Stevie Ray Vaughan, among many other beautiful artists. Flaco Jimenez. We have all these people that, and I could sit here all day and list the Hall of Fame of music of Texas, but I won't. This video is for a birthday video for Townes Van Zandt, one of my favorite artists, and so I'll just show you what I have in my collection. I have many CDs. One that you may hear in the background. I don't see this very often, but I do have this. This is a kind of compilation box set of Townes Van Zandt, Texas Troubadour, 4-disc set that I received. I think my lady got me this years ago for either Christmas or her birthday. She knows how much I adore Townes and his music. It's very poetic, very just heart clenching to me. And just the tragic life that he had. Oh, and also the 13th floor elevators and Janis Joplin. I'll talk about the Texas Hall of Fame. Can't forget those two. I had many encounters with Rocky Erickson over the years, and I actually saw, I don't know if it was the only reunion of the 13th floor elevators. I saw the first time the movie Sidewalks. They reunited. Met and had many conversations with Rocky over the years, and just had that connection, you know. So back to town. So Texas Troubadour. It's a 4-disc set, and it includes 2, 4, 6, 8 albums of his great music. Yeah, a 52-page book inside. But Townes, he died on January 1st, New Year's Day of 1997, and then today was his birthday. And he was only 52 years old, you know that. But yeah, there's a movie called Blaze by Ethan Hawke. Talk about Blaze Foley. It includes an actor that plays Townes in the movie, which is very interesting. And then they have Be Here to Love Me, or Live It As Fine. I think it's Be Here to Love Me. That's a great documentary as well that I have. I actually showed that to one of my older friends, kind of like an uncle, I guess. And he had never seen that and just was kind of just heartbroken by the end, but loved the film. We sat there and watched that after watching ZZ Top. You know, he lives down in the hills of Texas, and he came to visit me, and we ended up just watching Texas documentaries of us, and you know, having a good time. Last time he was here. So again, don't let ignorance or our politics sway you. Texas is very different and very interesting, enriched with history, and you know, with my legacy, my family. You know, we're all Texas troubadours here. I had a lot of farmers and educators in my family, so it means a lot. And I saw Texas before it's becoming what it is now, which is overcrowded and a lot of but I'm not one of these people that go home, go back to California, or any of that kind of stuff. You know, it's just different now. And I remember the days where I was surrounded by farm fields, and sometimes it's new and bigger and brighter, and you know, convenience is not always convenient for those that have been here all their lives. So anyways, I'm going to start with this one. Townes Van Zandt, his first album. This is For the Sake of the Song. And this is my copy that I stumbled upon one time, man. I was on my way out of a record store, and it was just sitting there, you know, under, you know, this is on the Poppy label. It's got some fingerprints on it. I need to clean them. But I saw this just sitting there, man, and it was like less than $10, maybe $5 or something. And I nearly just pissed my pants, man, because I was like, what the hell, you know? I thought for sure it was going to be trashed, and, you know, no. So one of my prized albums, my collection. This was probably my first full-length album that I got by Townes. I originally got a repress on Fat Possum Records. 2000 press, and then I found this later pressing. I think this is probably a second press on Tomato. It came out in 1978. I found a guy's collection. I can see because I see Ron written on several of them, just small, but just perfect condition. I found all these for under, I remember one time, I wasn't even looking in that section. I was just on my way out to go buy what I was buying. And I look over and I said, something they told me, go look over here. And it was mostly in the country folk section, I guess. And there was probably about 4 or 5 of his albums there. So I picked them all up, man. I mean, they were all under $10, I believe. I think I have might have. Yeah, they were all like $10 each. Ooh, hear that thunder? We got some storms rolling in. So this is another reason I thought perfect timing. But anyways, this is the album that really spoke to me and grabbed my attention. It was just a beautiful, the songs, just poetry to me. And I started learning songs on the guitar off this album, especially the third track. And it just reminds me of the last house when I first started with the vinyl community that I lived in, because that was a big Townes Van Zandt moments. I lived out in the country. In a small little town that's growing huge now, unfortunately. But I still have my house there, and I was just really discovering a calm time in my life and kind of escaping some of the busyness of the growth of this part of Texas. And it was still slow, and I would go out in my backyard and play and learn these songs. And I remember I had an older neighbor. She was probably in her 80s, and I remember she would hear me out there playing sometimes. And after I found out that she had passed away, I sat under a tree, a pecan tree that separated our yards, and played her this song and a Neil Young song that I always thought of her when I would see her. But anyways, this is Townes Van Zandt's self-titled album. Great, beautiful songs. And Waiting Around to Die is the song I would often play. But Colorado Girl, Lungs, Quicksilver, Daydreams of Maria, just some of those songs that really stand out. I'll be here in the morning. Just a romantic album to me, and just kind of paints the picture of Townes Van Zandt, the meaning, especially when I go down to Austin and knowing these places that he played or where he lived. And I can still hear the echo, I hear a lot of echoes when I go to Austin, but definitely Townes Van Zandt. And then here's my first copy I ever got on vinyl. And then we moved on over to Our Mother the Mountain, another beautiful album. Be Here to Love Me, Kathleen, Our Mother the Mountain, My Proud Mountains, just some of the standout tracks as well. And this is on Tomato as well. Probably all 1978. Probably re-released. Moving on to Delta Mama Blues. Just Rake, Come Tomorrow, Only Him or Me, some standout tracks to me. Just beautiful. There he is right there. That's on Tomato as well. This is the first album that I was turned on to Townes. Probably the first one I found out in the wild. I found this at a bookstore, and it was like, I remember it being like $5.99, and it came out in 1977, and I couldn't believe I found it, because again, this is about the time I remember my friend making some CDs for me, and he included this in that stack of CDs, and that was the album that really stood out to me. I mean, just different sorts of music, but this is when he included, and this is the album that like Waiting Around to Die that I learned and really attached myself to. Just that feeling and the message of that song. Just it's the blues, but folk country, and they don't make it like even country music. They don't make it like they used to. I mean, really. And this was Towns Van Zandt live at the Old Quarter, Houston, Texas. I know a lot of people, for some reason, when I see people that talk about Towns Van Zandt, this is always the first one they show for some reason. And I guess because I don't know if it's more available or what, but this is him sitting around, him and his guitar playing for a group of people in the Old Quarter, and you can hear him laughing, bottles clanking, glasses clanking, but just a really human, stripped album, man. Just absolutely wonderful. And yeah, that was probably my first one I ever bought. It's a double album. And, but yeah, I even like that. It's like a paper bag. Tomato, 12-inch, quality produced, kind of a paper bag sleeve. But yeah. I think these are all pretty much in order too of how they came out. But got that. Then we moved to Flying Shoes. Another an artist that you may, he was very close to Guy Clark. So it's kind of, they all ran around and played together. But Flying Shoes, he does Who Do You Love? Pueblo Waltz, Brother Flower, Snake Song, some of the ones that, yeah, just everything, man. Just I'm rarely disappointed. Even his older stuff, where his voice is, a little more aged, it's still beautiful. This one I've come across. This is an actual repress, a record store. I haven't even opened it yet. I can't even remember when this came out. Record Store 22. But I remember when I was buying this, I was looking through some used records at the store I got this at, and they had an original. And it was kind of like, and what kind of sold me was the people that pressed these recordings. I've been really impressed with all their pressings. So I left that one behind. It was a little more, I think, than this brand new one, so I left it. And I said, well, let me get a new one. But this was, like I said, this came out of Record Store Day, 35th anniversary edition of At My Window. And for sake of the song, you ain't leaving your love, Gone Gone Blues. Yeah. So this originally came out in '87. But Craft Recording, that's what I'm talking about. I've been really impressed with their quality of their albums and their pressing. So that was one. And then this one, I got this several years ago when it came out. This was Towns Van Zandt in the beginning, and some of his early stuff. So he does some good songs on here. Colorado Bound. I love the traveling feeling and the subjects in his songs, especially going to Colorado. One of my favorite places of relaxation and just memories. This came out on a Record Store Day, I remember. This was like a box set of Towns Van Zandt. That light is blinding. This is called Sunshine Boy, the Unheard Studio Sessions Demos, 1971 to 72. So you got that early Towns. And I think this was a 3-album set. But he does Dead Flowers, To Live As a Fly, a couple, they have Lungs, Two Hands, To Live As the Fly, Poncho and Lefty, T is for Texas, just Blue Ridge Mountains. So that was a great set that I picked up. This was another Record Store Day. Definitely got to have Towns Van Zandt live at Austin City Limits. This was in 1976, so he still had many more years to go, but him playing, playing songs, just him and his guitar, telling jokes as he often would. He does a cover of "My Starter Won't Start This Morning" by Lightning Hopkins, so it's all connected, man. I'm sure, if I don't know, Lightning Hopkins was one of his favorites as well. Definitely have to be. I just love that acoustic blues, man, that country blues. And this one was released in 2018. This was Townes Van Zandt, Sky Blue. And another great. I'm never disappointed in any releases that I have of his. I mean, I find something in all of them. I find heart and soul in all of them, and it just speaks to me, man. It kisses my heart. It really does. And then this was a record store day. I've never opened it. I don't know why, because I searched forever for the film, and the film came with it. There's an actual film, Heartworn Highways. There was only like 1,500 of these made, and then they came out with the second press. But this is the one in the wood box. Documentary comes with a double LP on whiskey colored wax. Gatefold includes download of the full soundtrack. Comes with the DVD of the film, original film poster, 80-page book, and but it has this one has Guy Clark, Larry Joe Wilson, David Allan Coe, Rodney Crowell, Steve Young, Gamble Rogers, Steve Earle, and of course Townes Van Zandt. And I haven't seen the whole film all the way through, I don't believe, but what I've seen over the years, especially when I was going through a huge Townes Van Zandt phase many years before this came out, it's just absolutely beautiful. This is just sometimes the documentary maker's present precisely the right moment to capture lightning in a bottle. It happens with Dylan's "Don't Look Back." It happened with Essential Punk Dog, The Decline of Western Civilization. It happened with 1976, Heartworn Highways. Helmed by filmmaker Jim Salasby. Probably pronounced that wrong. Heartworn is an iconic performance documentary that has masterfully captures a slice of time through Steve Earle encounters with many of the true of the outlaw country music, including Townes Van Zandt, Guy Clark, David Allan Coe, and Steve Earle, amongst many others, celebrating the 40th anniversary of one of America's true masterpieces. This definite edition includes a massive book, an original documentary film, and a stunning soundtrack. And like I said, this came out Record Store Day. Which one? What was that? Oh, what did I say? Doesn't say on here. But this was what? 1976. It said this was the the anniversary, 40th anniversary. So there you go. But this was on Light in the Attic Records. And again, I'm gonna open it. I think it's time. It's been sealed and sitting in here on my shelf for many years. So just listening to this Townes and talking about him, I really getting inspired again to maybe pull my acoustic out of the closet and start strumming a little these testimonies of love and life. But anyways, thanks for watching. Hope everybody's doing okay, and I'm sorry about the last video. It cut off. I think my camera gave me about 30 minutes. On my last one, I think it was at 31 minutes, I guess. Just like right now, it cut off. So anyways, I hope everybody's doing well, and hey, I'm on a roll, man. I'm here. I'm just listening to the rain, drinking my coffee. Let's see if you can see that. Austin, Texas. I got this down in Austin one of the last times I was there many years ago. It's been a few years since I've been back. The saying from Days Confused, be a lot cooler if you did. Absolute favorite films, man. Everybody take care, and I'll see you on the flip side. Bye.